Hello, hello. It is the trading captain. Although I wouldn't really call myself much of a captain today, because currently I am down at the max loss over 150, and I am sitting at negative $184 for the day. So let's go ahead and take a look at what happened here. So I had a lot of trades. Almost everything didn't end up resolving well. And of the two trades that I did have green on, they were very small winners. I had to cut both of them early. So realistically, like, just no actual trades resolved in a favorable manner today across all 7 trades. So yeah, let's go ahead. I just want to jump in here. VSA. Let's take a look at this. So before I even go ahead and break down where I bought, the context is important here. This was a Chinese stock, notorious for pump and dumps. This one, you can see it had a large pump going across several months. And today they had a news statement. I don't even know what it was for. $2 billion Solana Treasury initiative. And yeah, it sold off hard on that. I tried to buy some of these breakdowns, but the breakdowns were much larger than I expected. And I ended up getting stopped out on them. And then later on, whenever price broke down more during the market session, I tried to take a position here at around $2 because I saw the volume was somewhat light at the time. But of course, after I bought, the volume picked up quite intensely. I tried to sell half. I got out half, and for a small profit. But then whenever it quickly reversed, I was stuck into the first halt down. And even when price gapped down and resumed, I still couldn't get out. You can see here, I have a ton of orders where I was trying to sell, but I couldn't get out. And I ended up getting stuck in the next hull down. And yeah, I ended up selling whenever it gapped up, but it was mainly just because I've seen these kind of stocks before. If this did rug pull the whole way, this could have went down to $1 or lower. I've seen it happen. This one did end up actually curling back up. It's curling up right now, but I don't trust it. So unfortunate how that panned out. Honestly, despite how bad this was, for me to only be down 67 on it, that's actually not bad. I've seen it where I've lost quite a lot in the past. I've lost like 200 on some of these before. So for this to only be 67, that's actually really decent. That's not a catastrophic loss. But yeah, we'll go ahead and move on here. CCCC. And this one was also very suspicious. So this one had news as well. Ended up not really doing anything. But then this weird price action happened where it just kind of stair-stepped up. But if you look down here, the volume was non-existent during this whole thing. And I even noted it. So I was like, okay, hey, this is kind of weird. Light, suspicious volume. Deciding not to trade the front side of CCCC. Looks like it could flush. And I kid you not, like 2 minutes after I wrote that, this happens. Where there's just a massive flush. I did try to get this falling knife. But because it looked like it oversold with relative to the volume, it seemed kind of an overreaction. But it ended up not working out. Had I held for this part of the bounce, I could have made money, but that's not why I do this. So yeah, I ended up sticking to the plan. I ended up selling for a small loss, but not small, but like a little less than a normal size loss. So I think that was well managed overall. Next we had caps, CAPS, and this is one where I felt a little more bullish on it. This one was kind of holding up, and right around here there was a 100,000 share buyer. There was a 100,000 share buyer on the bid. So seeing this chart pattern and seeing the large buyer gave me confidence to punch it. So I ended up buying into this. I held for a couple minutes, but I noticed that despite that massive buyer, as price went up like a couple cents, price just didn't end up resolving. There wasn't a huge amount of buying pressure coming in. And eventually I just decided, you know what, I'm just going to cut this because like it seems like it's not working. And I've been noticing this trend where these stocks aren't resolving. And of course, right after I cut the trade, like 1 or 2 minutes later, this flush happens. So again, we have this pattern going on where just everything is flushing. 3 for 3, the stock has flushed. So VCIG now, my biggest loss of the day. Like, you can't make it up. Like, this is crazy. Another pretty catastrophic flush. So I was a little bit more confident on this one just because in the past I've traded this and I've made quite a lot of money from this one. So maybe that was a bad reason to be more confident in it. Maybe there was a shelf offering or something recently. Who knows? But for whatever reason, when this thing pumped on the news, it just ended up completely falling over. I did try to buy this first pullback right around here. I ended up doubling into it. And then during this next leg down, I just got swept. I got out. Where did I get out? So I got out at 696. So right around here is where I finally ended up bailing out on it. And it's crazy too, because if I continued to hold this like down to here, that would have been like almost 85 cents worth, right, of a loss. That would have been like an extra 160 on top of this. This would have been like a $270 loss if I held through this, which is just like insane to think. Like there was just no real bounce this entire thing. So yeah, pretty terrible all around. I did try one other one here, RAYA. This was during market hours. So this was a halt up setup I had. I ended up buying, going into the halt up, but I ended up selling a little early just because the halt up looked kind of weak, and I don't like holding into halt ups whenever the buying pressure looks weak. So I ended up bailing on it. It was like a small winner. It did end up resuming slightly lower, so that could have like spooked me out too. But yeah, it did end up working out before rolling over. But yeah, this was more of like a break-even trade, really. But yeah, honestly, just nothing really worked today. Going into tomorrow, I need to be a lot more conservative, really only taking extra conservative entries, because we had this yesterday where it was a little finicky. I was red yesterday too, but not nearly like this. And yeah, tomorrow I need to adapt. Tomorrow I need to be a lot more conservative. Maybe even take half size, but I need to be more conservative tomorrow. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up the trades. If you like the video, please do leave a like. I don't sell courses. I don't sell signals or anything. I'm just posting my trades, posting my journey. So yeah, I hope you found something useful out of this, and I will see you in tomorrow's session.